Hello everyone. Today we will talk about the queuing systems. So actually a queuing system involves customer arriving at a constant variable time rate for service at our service stations. So actually in the queuing systems we have customers or we have inputs or we can say the packets. Okay. They can arrive to the systems or we can say to the computer systems or to the counters. Okay, they can arrive at a constant or variable time rate. So in here constant or variable time rate here means they either the data may be arrived to the computer systems at a fixed interval of times. Means if the data is arriving to the system every 2 seconds, so we say that okay, the data are arriving at a constant time rate. And if the data is arrived at a different time rate, for example, some data is arrived at 2 seconds, some data is arrived at 5 seconds, someone three, someone once. Okay, so we say that the data are arriving at a variable time rate for service at service stations. Queue system have many applications. Okay. One application, for example, we say that in the computer printers. Printer, they are also using the queuing system. Like for example, we have a printers in this department which are shared by all the faculty members. So this printers, okay, so if all the faculties they send some printing to the printer. So the printer they will execute okay the first process or the first print they receive, okay, they will process that one. The other printer that the teacher are sending, they will make a queue for this one. Okay, so the first one who arrive first, they will put them in queue as the first, then second, then third. So when the printing first is finished, then they will okay, the printing will start for the second teacher who give the print second, then the printing will start for the third teachers. So they are using the queuing system. Okay. So this is one application of a queuing system. Similarly, in the computer and also called in the CPUs. Okay? The CPUs they are processing the job. They also use the queue system. They also a queue, which is recorded as the buffer. In the computer, we call it as a buffer. So we are giving the different options. Okay, so this stores the CPU process the jobs. Okay, and the other jobs which is not processed, they are stored in the buffer, and they after processing the first job, they take the second job on the buffer, and then they process them. So these are the application of queuing system in the computer system. Other example in the daily life example, customers can be student waiting for registration, or aeroplane queuing for landing at airfield, or job waiting in a machine shop for the service. Okay. These are the other example of the queuing system in which they are making the queue. So if the customer after arriving, okay, the server is free, they can enter to the service center. Otherwise, they have to wait for the servant service and form a queue. Like for example, this is an example of the single queue, single server queuing systems. Okay, so why it is called single queue, single server system? Because it have one single queue and only single server means one servers. If you look to here this diagram, so this is when it's called as the one queue. Okay, and this is the one server. Like for example, if you go to some cafeteria and in that cafeteria on the counter is there is only one person. So what we are making? We are making a single queue because the server is only one. Okay, and the counter is only one. Similarly, if there are, for example, two servers, so we are making two uh, queues. So this is what is the, now in this queue, okay, this is called as these are the input to the server. So if the server is available, so okay, they will not wait in the queue and they will enter to the center. So service center, okay. If the server is not free, they are busy, so we have to make the queue. And this is the output of the queue, which is called as the uh, departures. Okay, this is the output. So this is what is called as a queuing system. Now, there are principles of a queuing system. The first, what is the principle of queuing system? Actually, the principle of queuing system represents the way the queuing is organized. It is the rule of inserting and removing customer to or from the queues. So there are different ways, okay, that we can enter from the queue to the systems. Okay. The first one is called as first in, first out. As you know, if you look to the name of this one, means the service is provided on the first come first serve basis. Means the customer who come first, okay, they will serve first. Okay. So this example of queue theory is called as first in first out. Like for example, if we just take the example of the CPU scheduling. Yeah. In this is an example of the CPU scheduling. In this example, if you look to here, this they are using the first in, first out uh, queuing theory. Like for example, we have processes P0, P1, P2, and P3. Now in this one, P0 arrived at time 0, P1 it arrived at time 1, P2 at time 2, and P3 at time 3. Okay. So in this one, we say that okay, P1 arrive, P0 first arrive, P1 second, P2 third, and P3 fourth arrive. And this is the time they required for processing. So how the CPU will process them, you know? So first P0 is come, so and they required 5 uh, execution time. So from 0 to 5, P0 will be executed. Next is what? P1. Okay. P1 arrived second, okay, and they required how much time? They required 3 seconds. So 5 plus 3, so up to 8 times P1 will be executed. Next is what? P2. Okay. P2 arrive next, so they will be executed up to how much time? They required uh, uh, 8 time for the CPU. So 8 plus 8 equal to what? 16. And the last one is what? P3. P3, how much time they required? They required 6. Okay. So 16 plus 6 equal to 22. So in this way, you know, the CPU will be executed the job. So the job who arrive first, they will be executed by first. So this is what is an example of the CPU. So at the time when P0 is executed and P1 arrive at time 1, so P1 have to wait. Similarly, when P1 is executing the other job P2, P3, they have to wait in the queue. So this is what is an example of the uh, queuing system. Next one is the what last in first out queuing theory. Actually, in the last in first out, the service is provided on the last come first served basis. So this is another queue disciplines in which the data from the queue are okay, they are taken on the basis on the last in first out. If you remember the example of the state in the data structures, okay, the example is an example of the link. Or if you look to this example of these books here this book is keep first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, and this is last. But when we want to take out the book, okay, so If you want to access, I need this book, so I have to first remove this book, then second this one, third, fourth, or fifth. Or if you go to the restaurant, these the this plate is kept first, this is second. But when we want to take the plates, okay, from this number of plates, so we will take this the last plate is first. So this is an example of the last in first out. So this is another example of queue discipline in which the data or the packets or the customers can take on the basis of last come first serve basis. Next example is the priority queue. In the priority queue services start with a high priority element. Okay. Here, high priority element means the service or the job or the packet who has highest priority, they will be executed first. Like for example, this is an example of the priority queue. In this example, okay, this is the same. We have a CPUs, okay, and now how the CPU are executing the job based on their priority. So we have, for example, P1, P2, P3, and P4. Okay. These are the job or the processes. Now P1 required 21 much of time, P2 required 3, P3 required 6, P4 required 2. But here, okay, this is the priority. Okay? Priority means we say that okay, this is the most important job. So we say in this example, P2 has highest priority. Okay, this is the most important job that they must be executed first. So we give them the priority as 1. Next priority we are giving to the P1, the second priority. The third priority are giving to the P4, okay? And the last priority is given to the P4. So these priority are given according to their importance. Okay? Means that they are important first. This must be executed first. Okay? So these priority are given based on their importance. So if you look to this same job, okay, we say, okay, who is the first one? P2 is the first one. So from 0 to 3, P2 is executed. Next one is who? It is one P1. P1 is the second priority. So P1 will be executed. They require 21 bus time. So 3 plus 21 equal to 24. So 3 to 24, P1 is executed. Next is what? P4. P4 require 2 seconds. Okay. So 24 to 26, P4 is executed. And the last one is who? It is P3. And they required 6 unit of times. Okay. So 26 plus uh, 6, it is equal to what? 32. So, this is the way means the jobs are executing based on their importance. So this is, how the queues are executing. So I hope that you will understand that what is a queue and what is the queue discipline, how the queue are processing. Okay. If you still have any problems, okay, I will upload. Then you can contact with me through the Moodle or my email address. Thank you.